Thank you very much for joining me on this Friday. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields watching this big blob here headed into the Caribbean. I want to break that down in 4 systems that are trying to develop in the Eastern Pacific. I'll show you that as well, plus plenty of forecasts. But I want to show you this first. Again, this knocking on the door of Barbados already, the overcast, kind of cloudy skies in most spots. Been reading your comments as well. Thank you for leaving those. Let me know the reports you get as this moves by, what you have where you are. And you can see, again, the brighter colors telling me taller clouds, lots of rain in this, but it will be breaking up some as it continues to move its way off to the west. And I'll show you why in just a second. Let me show you what's going on right now with the radar imagery. The radar captures the rain, and that's what we're seeing here. The blues and the greens on the radar, that's generally light stuff. When you see those kind of colors that pop out more, yellows, oranges, and reds, that would be heavier stuff. So again, generally light to moderate rain with this. And we've seen a few teaser showers anywhere from Dominica south overnight and early this morning. Martinique, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and The Grenadines, Trinidad and Tobago as well. We'll see more rain moving in. Some of this will clip us by in Venezuela. Grenada, we're going to see that rain chance going up. So this tropical wave, this next one coming at us, I do want to mention, I am not seeing signs that this is trying to spin up into a tropical storm or hurricane. I always like to put that good news out there from what I'm seeing with that. So again, seeing it here though flaring up, and this is gradually going to be working its way off to the west, and then falling apart again by the time it gets closer to the ABC Islands. I'll get into that, but it will bring some showers to the British Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Kitts and Nevis will see a better chance of rain. Jamaica, it's going to be the spotty showers and storms the next few days, so plenty to cover. Flare up of rain here, Colombia, back through parts of Panama, Costa Rica, near Panama, south and north, and then you get toward Nicaragua, Costa Rica, some isolated areas of flooding. Same thing, Honduras, Guatemala, El Salvador. In a flare-up, my friends, in Belize, we've been seeing the rain in parts of central and southern Belize. So again, about half and half as that day goes on. Cayman Islands, we've got a couple chances of some showers, but again, no widespread rain, but we do have a chance of a few showers in the outlook. Now, I promised to show you why this will fall apart some. Well, look at this. You see this orange shading here, and you know it as well. That's the dry air, and that's even some of the dust tied into this. We've had a lot of dust by Puerto Rico, for example, all the way down through Trinidad and Tobago. It has been so hot and dusty. Well, we've got a lot of dry air here. That is going to kind of eat away at this tropical wave. That's why it won't necessarily hang together as it gets closer to Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire. I do expect it to fall apart some. And then out here, we're going to see the potential of back-to-back named systems. 4 in a row could develop. We already have 2 that are trying to develop. I want to get into that in a second. I'll get into that Eastern Caribbean. And again, some disturbed weather in the Gulf. If you're watching around the Gulf of Mexico, I'm going to widen out this picture in just a second, so hang on. But here's what's going on. So we've got this rain here. I've been talking about Central America with the isolated flooding. Here comes the tropical wave. This is today. Scattered showers and storms. Again, it is a tropical wave. Not all of us are going to get the rain out of this. Some of us will, and some of us will get downpours, even some gusty winds. I'll get into the winds as well, but we're going to see the scattered to widespread rain and storms from Guyana north. Suriname, chance of scattered showers. Now, this is as we work our way into tonight. Areas of heavy rain here, not so much Jamaica, Cayman Islands, Cuba, Bahamas, especially central, southern Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, not a lot. Spotty showers tonight across the Eastern Caribbean. Let me take you into tomorrow morning. Stop it here. Better chance of some rain and storms. Antigua, Barbuda, we'll see some of that rain. The potential of it tomorrow. Again, this is a computer model, but it shows the unsettled weather anywhere from Guadalupe all the way down to the south over toward Trinidad and Tobago tomorrow. Rain chance is higher, but you can see how we kind of went from this blob of rain to just kind of fanning out some. In Anguilla, we could get a few showers. This is by tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, watching the rain across Central America. And then as we go forward into Sunday, that tropical wave is pretty much said and done with. Haiti in the Dominican Republic, spotty afternoon storms as we get into Sunday. Same thing, Jamaica, passing shower chance over toward the Cayman Islands, but still that chance of some rain. Trinidad down through Guyana, northern Venezuela as we work our way into the second half of the weekend. Wider picture because, again, there's been some interest in the Gulf of Mexico down through the Bay of Campeche. But again, while there's some rain around today, I'm not seeing any signs of development. So just taking you out in time, just to show you how I'm not seeing any signs of development here. Note the Bahamas and then even up toward Bermuda that we have that chance of rain. Northern Bahamas, a better chance of rain. This is tomorrow afternoon, but you don't see anything developing in the Gulf. But look at that Eastern Pacific. We have one system here that's developing. That will get another name one behind it. That should be a named system, so 2, and then 2 more that will follow that. So a train of action out here. Now, a lot of times when it's active in the Eastern Pacific, it is a little quieter across the Atlantic Basin, the Atlantic, Gulf of Mexico, and the Caribbean, and that is the case. So we're going to have a very active Eastern Pacific over the next week or two, a little bit quieter across the Atlantic Basin. Now, as far as the winds go, breezer conditions today, northern Colombia, northern Venezuela through Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao, we'll see some breezy conditions. And you see here, as this tropical wave moves in, we'll get some gustier winds. You see the purple shading popping up. Winds 56 kilometers an hour, 35 miles per hour or better. It's going to be more so when you get some of the rain, if you get some of the rain, that you get some of the gustier winds in it. But the winds themselves as a whole, it won't be super crazy as this wave works in. But again, we get some gusts. I don't want to diminish that. We get some of those gusts if you get some of that rain passing by. As far as rain total goes, a lot of fast-moving showers. This is through tomorrow night. You see, we're not seeing the white showing up. I don't expect any widespread flooding, but anywhere from Puerto Rico, British Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands, Anguilla south through Trinidad and Tobago over toward Guyana, even northern Venezuela, northeastern Venezuela, we could see anywhere from 25 millimeters to about 50 millimeters of rain. A few spots will get more. A few spots will get less. You know how that goes. And then out here, this is the concern again. Very active in the Eastern Pacific. That is enhancing stuff in Guatemala, parts of Mexico, Belize, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, and northern Colombia. So we're going to, not all of us, but we're going to see some spots. This white and even black shading showing up. That's 100 millimeters to 150 millimeters of rain. We've had the reports of flooding and slides, mudslides, landslides through here. So thank you for sharing this channel to get the word out across Central America about some areas of heavy rain, especially as things get active. Now, in the Eastern Pacific, you see these blobs here. I mentioned 4 name systems that I'll be tracking ahead. One here that should get a name, one back behind it that should get a name. This spot here, again, this one will get a name very soon. They both have a very high chance of developing. And then looking down the road, I expect more of these tropical waves, which march across the Atlantic into the Caribbean, back into the Pacific, to develop on the Pacific side. Super warm water out here, environmental conditions a little more favorable for development. And look at that again, the models, which is good news, take it away. And I'm always keeping an eye on Hawaii down the road. Sometimes they hint at a little moisture getting closer to Hawaii, so I'll keep an eye on that. But as of now, staying away generally from the Baja, staying away from California, higher seas, higher surf, you know how that goes. But again, lots of activity in the Eastern Pacific. I'm watching that. Now, Belize, I mentioned about half and half today. We already have some rain nearby. Watching out for the spotty showers and storms at times, favoring our southern zones over the next couple days. Cayman Islands, for us, it's going to be isolated showers and storms, a 30% chance. We swing into my friends in Jamaica, isolated pop-up storms. Again, some spots have gotten dumped on by about 30, 45 minutes, and then that's been it. Others so dry and so hot. I know it has been so dusty in parts of Jamaica. Bahamas, again, the better chance will be the northern Bahamas as the weekend goes on. Otherwise, not a ton of action. Puerto Rico, rain chance bumps up a little bit tomorrow and Sunday as that tropical wave gets closer. Tropical wave diminishes, but still a 40 to 50% chance of some showers and storms back through Puerto Rico. Generally the same thing. Rain chance goes up a little bit Saturday, a little bit Sunday for the British Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands with that tropical wave that will be nearby. Antigua and Barbuda, tomorrow the rain chance will be at its highest. Again, this is not a 100% chance, so not a guarantee, but I showed you on the model and I showed you that tropical wave where it is now and kind of where it's headed. We'll see that chance of rain even over toward Anguilla, watching everyone, St. Kitts and Nevis, Montserrat, Saba, Statia, watching out for that chance of a few showers as this rolls in. St. Martin, whole thing. Dominica, rain chance higher. Again, increasing, especially late today. The wave itself, the moisture I just showed you on the radar, is still off to the east for the most part, aside from a shower. Rain chance will increase later. Better chance early tomorrow of getting some of that rain, a 60% chance. And that generally holds. My friends in St. Lucia, 50% chance of rain late today, 60% chance early tomorrow through tomorrow. Rain chance ticks up. And again, Barbados, that rain's already starting to move in. So again, that high 70, 80% chance of the wet weather, tropical wave sliding through Barbados today into tonight. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, rain chance about 60% tomorrow with the tropical wave, 60% in Grenada, dropping off to a 50% chance on on Sunday as that tropical wave starts to fall apart. And again, scattered rain possible throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Keep me posted. Let me know what you have going on. I don't expect a widespread flooding event, but I always watch these waves very carefully. So Trinidad and Tobago, you know I've got you covered as this wave moves closer. Guyana, rain chance stays elevated, 60 to 70% chance today, tomorrow, and Sunday. And swinging back toward Curacao, rain chance limited. Only a 20% chance of a shower. Aruba, Bonaire, extreme northern parts of Venezuela. This includes us as well. Northeastern Venezuela, slightly better chance of getting some rain. So the tropical wave arrives later today. Central America watching the isolated flooding, that mudslide potential in some spots getting very high totals. 150 millimeters is half a foot of rain. That's a ton for a 2-day total. That is going to be a big issue. That could lead to those slides. The Pacific, very, very active. I showed you the first two names that will, the two systems that are developing. There'll be two more back behind it. And for an update on the seaweed and how that ties into the hurricane season, you can find that on Earth QC. I'll put a link to that in the comments. That's right here on YouTube. So again, plenty going on. Eastern Pacific, very active. Watching this wave. Keep me posted in the comments. It's a weather community. So share this with others, subscribe, and again, let me know what's going on, whether it's sunshine and you're just, you're baking out there or you've got those storms. Have a good rest of your day.